Oh yeah, hello and welcome to the Blitz. For the first time alongside Elijah Nixon, I'm Emily Ray Cochran. Week 6 officially in the books. I can't believe we're already more than halfway through the football season, Elijah.
Makes me sad, and it's hard to believe, and the matchups keep getting better and better.
Absolutely.
We'll start off with a Region 5A matchup between Powell and Central, and the Bobcats looking for their first win over Central in nearly a decade. First quarter, Central first drive of the game. Caden Long connects a slant to Torian McPhee, and he just does the rest. First points of the night, 7-0 Central. Powell looking to respond, and Deuce Rogers, remember that name, please? He avoids pressure, he steps in the pocket, he's connected with Dezion Jackson for the score, not Deshaun Jackson. Later in the second, tied at 14, Powell looking to get one more score before the half. Rogers pump fakes and then makes a juke move, and then he sees wide open field. Ooh. He takes it 31 yards for the score to get it. Get it. Fourth quarter, Powell goes up 35-28, looking to seal this one. And who else? Rogers on the design run finds a hole, and he has a lot more. Touchdown. He records 6 of touchdowns of the night. Powell wins a shootout 42-35, and we caught up with Coach after the big region win.
These kids love to play together. They love to pull for each other. They're a lot of fun every Tuesday and Wednesday on work days. Tonight, they got the benefit of all that hard work.
I mean, for one, I got to give it all to God, man. I mean, without him, first half, I came out with a fumble. I was down. Next thing you know, I just had all this strength the second half. Teammates motivated me. Felt the man that motivated me above. Just went off, man.
Shout out Deuce Rogers. For more than half a century, we'll move over to the next game. This rivalry has been going down. Morristown West versus Morristown East. From the top, East is driving, but they fumble. And West, the West defense, they come up with it, and the big play comes from the Trojans. Later in the first, still scoreless, Trojans with a 4th and 1, but this time it's the East defense flexing their muscles, getting the stop. Refs say Trojans didn't get it there, so turnover on down, still 0-0 after 1. Second quarter, East with some momentum in the red zone. 4th down, Josiah Valentine fires to the end zone. Zamir Collins is there, but the refs say he stepped out of bounds, so the touchdown was called back. No luck for either of these teams. Of course, all the scoring happened after Camille Gear left the game. West with their first win of the season, though, 13-7, and a rivalry win in the boot.
Next up, another 5A battle. It's West in the Halls. The Red Devils have a shot to beat the Rebs for the first time in a decade. Everybody's trying to get this decade win. Getting things started in the first quarter, Amari let go. He gets the ball off to Nicholas Daniel for a few yards, and then out will lead to a field goal. Holes make a kick, giving them a 3-0 lead over the Rebels. Now the Rebels in the driver's seat, and what you got to do there, put the pedal to the metal, hand it off to Raheem Lee, and he slips out of a tackle and dashes to pay dirt, and he picks up a West touchdown, 7-3. But the Red Devils would end their losing streak, taking this game 20-17.
Go Red Devils, baby. Oh yeah. We'll shift our focus to Rivalry Friday, a matchup between Farragut and Bearden. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. Admirals back to pass, and Anderson Glover makes a one-handed grab, and using his blocks, he bounces off a few defenders. He gets in for the score. Admirals go up 7-0. Now Farragut looking to add to that lead, and who else to make a play? It's Glover again, a 27-yarder. He absorbs a big hit right here across the middle, stays on his feet, gets in for another score, 14-0 Farragut. The Bulldogs back within 2, though. Play action pass right here. It's Paxton Parrott with a wide open down the sideline.
Wow.
He makes an easy catch and just walks into the end zone, and just like that, Bearden with their first lead of the game. Bulldogs coming back in this one, but the Admirals say, hold my Capri Sun, Elijah.
That's right.
And Charlie Noble takes the handoff and goes untouched, and Farragut gets their first win of the year, beating Bearden 25-21 in a nail-biter. Mark Packer caught up with Anderson Glover post-win.
Yeah, guys, what a rivalry game tonight as Farragut does get the win. Anderson Glover, the player of the game. You had an interception. You had 2 touchdowns. How much fun did you have?
You know, it was awesome. You know, probably most fun I've ever had in my life, honestly. It was great. It's great.
You guys had to get a win in this one. You came in needing to get a victory. How important was it to pull this one out?
You know, it was just super important. You know, up to this point, 0-5, we've really been looking for a win. And I just think this is really going to turn around. We're just going to build off this win, and it's only going to get better going forward.
Anderson, here's the deal. Last question. A year ago, you kind of did the same thing. Started slow, but you finished strong. Do you feel like you guys can go on a run now?
Yes, sir. I feel like, especially with the games coming up, I feel like we played a lot of really hard competition at the beginning of the season, and I feel like, I'm not saying these teams coming up are bad, but they're not as good as the teams played at the beginning.
I got you.
And I feel like we can really turn it around and make a run off this.
I got you. Anderson, congratulations, man. Big win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You bet. Farragut gets the win tonight, 25-21. Always a rivalry game when Bearden and Farragut play.
Up next, a few private school matchups in the mix, plus my first trifecta later in the show.
Welcome back to the Blitz. Elijah, the Tornadoes were right down the street from our station this week.
And they were causing trouble over there at Fulton High School. Let's go right into it. These two teams haven't played since 2012, and this is the first time playing in 4A. In the second quarter, Tornadoes already up 42-0. Thomas Manu drops back. He finds Jameer Dean for the score. And the Tornado storms to a 49-0 lead at this point. Coming out of the break, Jacoby Cooper, he fields the kick. And look at this. He slips through one tackle. And said, whoops, the wrong way. He goes the other way, and he is off to the races. And I'm going to bet you, if our studio guy, if he gets caught, Foxy, you owe me $1. And that's exactly what happened, so I need my money by Monday.
Foxy.
But the Tornadoes are knocking at the door, and German Bushup, he will get in, and the Tornadoes will go on to win this one 63-0.
Wow, what a shutout.
Next, we'll go on to AE taking on Kingston to a classic 3A rivalry. In the first, everything's tied at 0. Austin East looking to make a play, but there's a fumble. And Kingston jumps on it, and it's the Yellow Jackets smelling blood early as they get the turnover. On the next drive, Yellow Jackets gets the handoff. He hit the hole, makes a man miss, and he will go all the way nuts because he will fumble in the end zone. And that will be a turnover for the Roadrunners. That is a great play by Austin East. But if offense can't get it done, the next best thing, special teams. Lanston Breedwell for the Yellow Jackets fills the punt, makes a move, and Emily, he gone, boss.
Oh, he's gone.
Kingston goes on to win this one 27-13.
We maybe might see that play later, potentially. Shift over to some private school matchups in East Tennessee. Catholic taking on Silverdale. Funny enough, Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel's daughter won homecoming queen tonight. Shout out Hannah Heupel right there in the stands with their crown on. Second quarter, we'll skip to it. Catholic up 27-7. Silverdale QB Connor Jean, he can't afford to make a mistake, but he does right here. His pass gets intercepted by Xavier Bowman. He returns it to the 1-yard line. Irish would score on that same drive, but third quarter, Catholic not letting up. It's Garrett King to Kaysen Jenkins. Deep, deep, deep for the first down. What a grab. Catholic wouldn't score on that drive, but you know what? That's right. This guy's going to make up for it right here. It's Cruz Button cruising his way into the end zone. Catholic goes on to win this one big, 55-21. Up next, it's Webb looking for a 5th straight win over CAK, but it's CAK the ones off to a hot start, primarily because of this big man right here, running back Ryan Gibson, looking like a Derrick Henry out here. He scores the first 2 touchdowns of the night, and CAK goes up 14-0. The Warriors still with the momentum in the first half, this time in the pass game. QB Sawyer Anderson deep to Gabriel Linkus, and it's another CAK score. Warriors go up 21-0. In the second half, the Spartans finally with some life, and Elijah, who other than Clemson commit Shavar Young to give it to them. QB Paige Porter rolls out, gets the pass to Young, extends into the end zone. Spartans cut the lead 21-6, but this one was all CAK. They win this one 49-14 for CAK's first win over Webb since 2020.
And our last game of the night, we head to Lakeway Christian. The Lions hosting Notre Dame. We picked things up in the second half. Touchdown. But the Irish will add 3 to make it, and coming out the break to make it 21-17. Later in the third, Lions driving. That's a 4th and 1. And Mickey Burrell, he will get the handoff, and he bulldozes his way into the Lions territory, and they get him in the scoring position. Stone Underwood will finish off the drive with the QB keeper, punch it in from a yard out. Lions up 10 at that point, and the Irish will pull off a fourth quarter comeback down 18, and they will win 42-35.
Wow, Lakeway lost that one. Well, coming up, it's Elijah's first trifecta, our favorite segment of the day. Hit of the week, play of the week, helmet stickers coming up next.
And we're just going to go straight to our play of the week. Lance Breedwell on the punt return, and the guy there, You need to know two things: make room for him and make room for me after I eat Taco Bell. So these guys, this guy is wide open. He takes the lane and he goes. Great vision, great speed from the young man.
Love it. We're going to go to our hit of the week. It's going to Webb, Shavar Young, Ryan Gibson. Already a big dude right here. Caught him Derrick Henry earlier in the show, but Shavar Young gets that guy down. We're going to give it to him. And we'll go over to player of the week now, or helmet stickers, Elijah.
Player of the week will go to Sean Hamilton. My niece always say, bring the energy, and this guy brung the juice. 26 carries, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns in that 27-13 win.
I got my hands full, but mine's going to go to Clinton wide receiver Bryson Maddox. He broke the all-time receiving record at Clinton, 364 all-purpose yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 of them receiving, and that's all for tonight. We'll see you guys later on The Blitz.